Hello and welcome to Faster Flowlu from me, Neil Gowans. Today I would like to share with you how we can update a custom field once a task is completed in an opportunity automation. There are tons of uses for this because you could have as many tasks as you want completed within an opportunity stage, and then have some custom field that's important to your business. It might be like resume submitted if the task has been completed. So, that would be a good example. The task for someone is submit resume or submit proposal, and then a field is updated to say proposal submitted. And it's all done seamlessly in the background. However, we've got to build it out in the right way. Now, I'm aware that some of you will know some of these stages that are involved, but I think it's important that we do the end-to-end process so that you can connect with all of it and you can replicate it nice and easily. So let's start and dive in. First thing we've got to do is build our custom field. So we're going over to the portal settings and scroll down. Here we are at the main settings. We're going to the opportunities module and we are going to add a field, a text field called color. We're just going to keep this nice and simple, but you can have any of these values. You can even connect through object picker, connect to projects, connect to actual customers or organizations. There's all sorts you can do within there, but we'll keep it at the simplest form just so you can see the magic happen. And we're going to just have a text field called color. Let's save that. Next stage is to build out the automation. So here we are. Your sales funnel will probably look different to this, but it doesn't matter, and it can be at any stage within the funnel, and it can be for, you can build it out for as many funnels as you want, but the principle is exactly the same. The first thing we have to do is we have to get that task done. Okay, so here we are, we're creating a rule to say a task is to be done. So we're going to say just this, do this first. Okay, there we go. Now we could complete it and make it quite rich with information, but again, just for simplicity, we're going to keep it nice and easy. But what we have to remember is to click here, finish the automation after completing the task. This is how, the best way I can think of putting it is actually like a full stop at a sentence. You can have several sentences, but we need to tell the person listening or reading where the sentence stops. So we put a full stop in there. Now that's exactly what we're doing with Flowlu. This is a Flowlu full stop. It's actually saying this is the end of a phrase, an end of a sentence, and so this marks an end spot. Cool. Let's just hit that as save, and so there is our task, which will run immediately. So as soon as there's a new opportunity, immediately this task will be created. So let's go to step 2, and what we're wanting to do is update a field. Now obviously you can update your normal fields that come with Flowlu, but also you can update custom fields, and that's why we created a custom field, just to show you that it's possible with all types of fields. So we are wanting to update which field? The color field. And what we're going to say here is we're going to say orange. We're just going to say that when that task is completed, make the color field orange. Okay. Now, again, it's like similarly, we had to check a little box to help Flowlu give us what we want. We want to say this is after the previous automation. We don't want this firing off as soon as there's a new automation. That's not going to work. It's not going to be any use. We actually have to tell Flowlu, do this after everything else is finished. And that's how we do it. So we click save. And so you can now see on screen here, we have got immediately, we do this, and then, which is to create the task. And then after the previous rules, we are going to update a field. Right, so let's go and check it out. So let's go to our opportunities. We'll just do quick add because it's all nice and simple, and we're just going to say, I'm going to call this test up, and we're going to go ding, and there we go. Now immediately up here, top right, we have a notification in the bell, and look at that, I've been assigned a new task of do this first. So step 1 has worked. Let's have a look here. Yep, and there we go. Do this first. This is great, but look down here. This is our custom field that we set up, and the color is not set. Whenever Flowlu doesn't have a value to put into a custom field, it just says not set. So don't worry about where did you type in not set. You didn't. That's a Flowlu value because it doesn't know what to display. And so let's get this task done. So the best practice is, of course, is to click through, you have a look, what's the information, is there any attachments, have I got to review anything, etc. And I'm happy with that, so I'm going to do this first, and then I'm going to click bidding. Okay, and there we have, it's now done, and we can then close that, and then if we go back into test up, we should see that we have the color orange in the custom field because it's refreshed, and there you go down here. So that is actually how you do it. You do it in the 2 stages in the automation, which is to set the task, and then after the task has been completed, you update the field. You can have these kind of triggers off as many as possible. You can have it applying to other ones. You know, you could be quite sequential. You could say, right, now go to another field if that is that. Or you could then update the stage. You could then say, well, okay, once that's orange, move it to the qualification stage. So there's lots of great possibilities that you can do. But there you go. That's how you update a custom field once a task is completed in your opportunity automations. Hope you found that helpful. See you next time. Bye.